Alright, here we have our incredible 1980 International Scout Traveler Midas package. This is an all-original Survivor with 119,000 original miles. It's got, as you can see here, it's got all its original books. It's got the original bumper sticker decal that came with it new, original dealer fold-out brochure. It's got its original sleeve still, which this manuals go into. Get a little 1980 Scout little book here, EPA guide, Midas packages. It's got an International Scout little book that comes with it, and an old Super Scout Specialist manual. So I'll quickly get these all gathered up here so you guys we can give a walk around. This is an incredible truck that's mostly, it's really, I'd say about 95% rust free. It's a super solid truck that's always been in Washington State. It's had some touch-up work done on it. Sorry about that, just gotta get that out of the way. This is all original paint and graphics, but in the mid-80s it did have a small collision. I guess he hit a deer from what I hear. And so it is all lacquer paint job. And this was done by the dealer. But the fenders, so the hood, window frame, and the doors back is all original paint. And mostly the passenger side fender. And you can slightly see their fade here, where it's the top sides you can see where it's a little bit darker. It's lighter up here, it's the original color. This is just called the dark brown. So as you can see here, it's a little darker, and then it fades, and then basically from here on it's all original. And then on the passenger side, it's the same way. It's like you can see in the valance, it's original paint, and you get out here, I don't know what exactly happened, but it was just a minor deal because it's the original fenders, but it's dark here, and you can see a little contrast, and it'll be a little darker. And then it'll kind of fade out here, and then from here on it's all original paint. So, I definitely call it original Survivor. I mean, this thing's in incredible condition. You can see how gorgeous and shiny this paint job is. It has a lift kit that was done on it a long time ago, but it's had such low miles, you can still see the decals on them. You can see how clean the bushings are. It's got new 32-inch all-terrain tires with some polished aluminum wheels. Oh, there's the decal. You can see right there, still a part number still on there. This thing's so clean. All this is, you'll see pictures of it, but it's not all rusted out. These, a lot of times, will get rusted out. We'll do a little walk around here so you can see how clean this thing is. Top has never been off of it. It's not a sunroof truck, which I was excited to see. They didn't do very many of these Midas packages, so this is in 1980s, the last year for the National Scout. It's got the Dana 300 transfer case, the only year opted that, and it's got the Dana 44 up front that's got the 2-inch caster, so it's a little bit better of a driveline angle. It's got the 345 with the automatic. So we're gonna get in here. I mean, you do have some, let's be like character marks or whatever you want to call them, but it's aging in the paint. You'll see this little mark, checkering is what a lot of people call it. You'll have your chips. I mean, this is going to be throughout. You're going to have these little issues for 34 years old. It was actually built and sold in '79, so technically she's a little older. But look how clean that lens is and how shiny it still is. I mean, the plastic, it's not a faded color like you often see. This kind of just happens from the heat. It's the only year to come with a plastic grill, and was a bad design. It's kind of gets warm, and then those little things will warp a little bit. But look how nice that is. Look how nice the chrome bumper is. Just arrow straight. The fake chrome or whatever, the plastic, these are the year that the bezels are plastic instead of the metal chrome, so they fade out real easily. But you look along here, it's just beautiful shiny paint, no rust. There's a little bit of wear on the edges, but it just gives it a killer aged look. Look how super clean in there. Top's never been off. It's old technology fiberglass, so it kind of feels like bed liner material, but this is the original material. It does have some wear on it. You have some paint aging around the door handle. You look at the nice chrome. These are nice and tight still, not flopping in the wind. You look down here, the rockers are beautiful, no rust anywhere. Really nice body mounts. Probably can't see it. You get your surface rust and stuff like that. There's a little bit of rust on that support piece right there, but I mean, that's really a solid truck. It's got undercoating on it since new, but it's, you know, obviously aged. This is the only real rust, and this is a really common area because they didn't do the best design when they went to the Traveler and expanded it out. But it still looks killer. You could easily have a body shop come in here and weld in a new piece and have the line underneath the trim and then put the trim on or back on or get new trim. I mean, the trim is a little bit, you know, the old technology chrome back then is, you know, wasn't the best. So you can get that stuff brand new though, brand new roll of it. Really nice shiny paint. You can still see we're supposed to say unleaded gasoline only. Original gas cap, which is cool to see. You know, you can't get these anymore. That came with like this black in 1980. But you know, you won't see any tape lines or overspray anywhere. I mean, this looks awesome. This is all original paint. A little bit of wear through the paint from years of waxing and buffing. Those end caps, no dents or dings. Not all rusted out in the corner like you see a lot. You just got your little stone chips afterward. A little scuff in the paint here, and a little bit of wear in the paint from probably years of spilled, you know, gas. It's a little thin. And this is typical, this kind of, you know, some people call it turtle bubbling or blistering, but this is all original paint, all original decals. The Midas package, this is actual paint, it's not decals. So, well, these are decals and these are all original. But you see that little kind of blistering, and that's just typical. It's not gonna, you know, come off or nothing like that. It's just, you know, that old technology. Again, really nice looking end cap. I mean, this thing is in just spectacular condition. You get little stone chips there. Try to get it nice and close. You have a little bit of scratch there, a little bit of scuffing from something here. Maybe somebody had the window open. They're trying to hand them something, and there we go. Little chip there. And you got a little bit of rust starting in the same place, but hey, look at those rockers, they're just in killer condition. Paint's a little thin here. You know, it's been pulled away a little bit. And you can see where I was talking about they blended it. You can see how it's a little bit darker. This is a perfect example because that's the original paint under there. Sorry about that, phone is going off. But you can see all the rubbers are in really nice condition around the windows. All the fly windows lock. You know, your door sweeps, you can get the stuff brand new, but it's got a little aging to it. Really nice paint. And then again, you have that blistering, you know, and you can see the color contrast. It's hard to see the difference in the two paints. You can see where it fades and basically fades out there. You know, they did their best job of blending back in the day. But it's not a base coat clear coat. It was done a long time ago, probably close to 30 years ago itself. So, alright, let me take a look at that cowl. Inside's really cool. It's got the shag carpeting. I mean, this is all 100% original in here. You can see how clean those door hinges are. And I mean, you know, no paint area around this. Original VIN decal. I mean, it's just a little bit of entry wear. No rust in the dog legs. Seal's never been cut, so top's never been off. Again, seal's never been cut. So these have the swivel seats. You know, they both have armrests that fold down on each side and go up. But you pull up on the bottom and you can flip it all the way around, and that's your entry side, or you can sit there and talk to somebody. It's kind of 70s, you know, not kind of 70s, totally 70s, but you know, the 80s, they had cool stuff like this. It's just amazing to see this truck this untampered. And it does come with original wheels. A lot of times these are misplaced. You know, people take them off. This top's never been off, so those hard to find pieces there. Headliner's not sagging at all. All the material's still there and actually excellent condition. You know, it's got kind of a era correct stereo, and then the speakers. You know, it's kind of something you'd see back then. You just flip it around and it'll lock. But these seats will always kind of move like this, from as far as I could tell. You know, move around a little bit, but really nice looking dash. Still has the the cardboard in there. You know, it isn't all missing. This is the original decal, but you can get reproductions of this. Got the pull handle. They don't have an armrest, you know, because that's why they got them on the seats. Really nice condition. You got a little bit of surface rust down here, but nothing pulling away the panels or nothing. carpet looks good on the door panel. That's just a killer. I mean, it's just amazing it hasn't pulled away. You can see how tight it is against the door all the way around. Really nice shape. Really nice looking black dash. No cracks on the vinyl. Go ahead and take you around the back. And the seat does fold up and go all the way to the front. Let's see here. This thing came undone. Oh, lordy. So, those little guys popped off. You know, someone probably wasn't paying attention, slammed it too tight, but they go right back on there. And this looks nice and shiny. Seal's never been cut. This is original seal, so it needs a little bit of love every once in a while. You put it back on there and it stays. Rear hatch stays up by itself. And the material just looks excellent. I mean, the carpet throughout is going to be different colors. You know, it is going to be a little bit sun-dyed. You know, for some reason the camera is showing on the video camera to be way more yellow than it actually is. But it is sun-dyed. I mean, it's kind of typical. And it shuts nice. It doesn't latch all the way because these things are turned around. See, now those things are hooked back up and it's working perfect. But these things are turned around. So probably need a little bit of WD-40, you know, unscrew them and then give her a little bit of love and attention, then she'll latch good. Rear bumper's in good shape, nice and straight, but the chrome is a little faded. Doesn't have as good of a mirror-like reflection as the front does. And just super clean condition throughout. I mean, it's as solid as can be truck. Original decals. You know, uncut seals. Look at that paint is just unreal on this thing. Oh, there's a little bit of rust spot there. Looks like somebody scraped it and killed it at one point. Original decals that have worn off a little bit. You got your seats, got a little bit of wear in the butt area, the driver's side. It's got the small, this is the only year that came with this steering wheel. Really clear gauges. Only year that it's got these gauges also. It's got a, you know, trailer brake that's, you know, it's about as old as probably the truck, so I wouldn't, you know, really trust it, but it's still got the carpet and the kick panels. Let's see here. Try to operate this with one hand is a tricky deal. There we go. That looks all really nice. So we're going to go ahead and pop the hood. The hood pop is in the center here. And it's little things like this that's still in there. A lot of times this is popped out. But you see how nice that door panel is. These doors shut just like a vault. I mean, you can look at the paint line. There's no door sag. I mean, this is killer. Your door gaps. And then the cowl underneath the hood is this phenomenal condition. Really clean engine bay. It's all original, untouched. Decals nice and clean. No rust in the hood. Just a little bit of, you know, dirt and stuff like that. The carb, you know, it's not the best carb they came with. I believe it has a Quadrajet on it. But, you know, maybe you put a new electric choke one in there. They'd never really operate that good. But it runs nice and smooth as long as you drive it every once in a while. But if you don't drive it for a while and you fire it up and just let it idle, it will load up. You know, it's kind of typical old truck stuff. But you look in here and you see how clean it is. I mean, you definitely don't want to be going eating off of it, but I mean, for being 34 years old, I mean, this is really nice and clean and honest. Go ahead and shut the hood. Great looking gaps too. I mean, just dead on. I'll take you over to the passenger side door also. You know, just tight as can be. Alrighty, that's our 1980 International Scout Traveler with the Midas package, just 119,000 original miles, and is a beautiful survivor. It's going to be no reserve. It comes with original turbine wheels, that will set in the back for you. If you want, you know, we'll put them on the tires and knock $200 off and keep the wheels, but that's about it. So this is a beautiful truck, really rare and hard to find. It's gonna be sad to see her go.